John Logsdon, who's a former member of the NASA Advisory Council. John, welcome. First of all, how would you describe the level of international cooperation in space? And I wonder how it compares with the past.
Well, I mean, international cooperation has been kind of the modus vivendi for doing big things in space, really since the end of the Apollo program. So this situation with Russia, the breakdown of relationships with Europe, with ExoMars, the tensions with respect to the space station is a unprecedented situation with an uncertain outcome.
Let me ask you how this has been handled in the past. I mean, there have been political differences over the last decades. I mean, how have political and other differences been managed when it comes to joint ventures in space?
Mainly business as usual, particularly with respect to the space station. We have 16 countries that are partners in the space station. Russia, Canada, Japan, the United States, and 11 countries of Europe. And they have gone forward, even at the times of like the Crimean invasion several years ago, business as usual. And that seems to be the case now with the Russian crew on its way to the station.
What do you think this Ukraine conflict will change about the relationships?
Well, I think that Russia will not be a very desirable partner in cooperation. I mean, with respect to the situation in Europe, Europe has just decided that they cannot go with Russia for the launch to Mars that was scheduled in September. Russia's withdrawn its rockets from the European launch site in South America, in Kourou. Ended cooperation on several science missions. So I think Russia has become kind of a pariah, a much less desirable partner in space cooperation.
And how much of a financial and scientific setback will it be if this international partnership falls apart?
Well, scientifically, not much was being done on the Russian side of the space station. The science module had just arrived there after 10 years of delay. There are a couple of science missions, a Venus mission that now will go forward without Russian participation. So there are some science losses, but really not very deep or broad.
And how much of a setback is ESA's suspension of the ExoMars mission? And I wonder what other challenges do the European Space Agency partners face if they will not work with Russia?
Well, ExoMars has been kind of a troubled mission for a long time. I mean, people forget originally the United States was supposed to launch the spacecraft to Mars, and it withdrew several years ago, and ESA turned to Russia. Now, ESA says we can't work with Russia, and we're aiming apparently not at 2024, but at 2026 as the launch opportunity for ExoMars. So it will go into storage for a while, and you have to keep the teams together. It's a problem.
John, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed for coming on the programme. That's John Logsdon, a former member of the NASA Advisory Council, speaking to us in Washington.
Thank you.